Say goodbye to Chuck Sherman the boy. I am now a man. I highly recommend you join the club. We are doing the wild thing all night.
Acid house music.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Sherm.
Sherman, I cook all this food. Is that all you gonna eat?
General Sherman realized and understood the importance of house music.
So, do you know anything about techno?
No.
Listen.
Get it on. Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to another brand new episode of Sherm in the Booth. I'm, of course, your host, Sherm. Today is Wednesday, April 14th, 2021. I am so ready for this one, guys, and as you well know, I absolutely love hip-hop and rap music, and I'm pumped to have an old friend of mine on the show. Episode 156 features the Atlanta-based rapper Ficky. You might have caught some of our interview last week on Instagram Live, but there were so many awesome topics that I knew I had to share it again. In episode 156, we discuss early inspirations and influences. Originally from Indiana, Ficky has a deep appreciation and respect for all styles of rap, but draws inspiration from artists like Kanye West, J.Cole, T.I., and more. Ficky's unique style showcases flavors from some of the best in the game, but wrapped up in his own special way. We also talked about his discography. Ficky's first official release was in 2017, and although it was a slow burn to start, he never stopped making new music and has well over 100 unreleased tracks to date. In the past 2 years, things have really taken off, releasing tracks like Sneakerhead, Lotto, Haterade, and he also released an 8-track album titled Journey Home. We talked through the backstories and creative process of some of his most powerful tracks. This guy is a machine. We also had a great conversation on marketing, branding, and self-promotion. The landscape for a rapper is so much different than electronic music, and Ficky has truly earned his stripes and built a dedicated following over the years. He gave us the down low on how he uses various social media platforms to build hype and also help his future fans discover him. Lots of good info in here for any upcoming artist. I can honestly say that Ficky hustles just as hard as anyone out there trying to make it, and then some. His relentless work ethic and true passion for music is beyond admirable, and his music speaks for itself. It was amazing connecting with Justin again. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for him. Let's get into it right now so you can hear his story for yourselves. This is episode 156 with Ficky. Yo!
Good, Sherm.
Hey, what's good, my man?
How you been, bro?
Bro, I got my Hoosiers jersey on for us.
Hey, yo, I rock with him, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I had to.
I still have my one from college, but it's like super big. Funny story behind that. One of the persons on my floor dorm stole 8 of them from the shop, and so he just had a bunch of random sizes. So the one I had in college was a 2XL that was down to my knees.
Dude, I actually remember you wearing that jersey. It was huge.
Yeah, it was ginormous, but it was free, so I'm not gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Dude, how you been, man? It's great to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, man. It's been a while. Last time I saw you was I think when I came to visit Chicago. I don't know if you remember that. I was trying out for the Real World just for fun. You remember that shit?
I do.
Yeah, you hit me up and you're like, yo, bro, you got anywhere to stay? And I was like, nah. So I rolled through. I remember that.
Yes. Oh my God, dude, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that was I want to say almost 6 years, maybe. Yeah, 5 years ago.
Dude, and how long you been in Atlanta now?
Shit, I moved so literally, as soon as I graduated, went back home, worked for 3 months, then right around, I came down for homecoming, and then, no, I came down for the first week of IU, after I graduated, just
Right.
to party, right? And then I drove straight from Bloomington to Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and I've been here ever since. So that was 2016, August, September-ish. So
Yeah.
it's been a minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, fucking Instagram Live, bro.
I know, right?
There we go. I was trying to see a beautiful face. I'm like, how to... Dude, they put new features in this shit every day.
They always be updated. I do lives every Wednesday, and I still be fucking shit up. And I'm like, goddamn, I've done 40, 50 shows, and I still can't get this thing right.
What do you do every Wednesday? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so every Wednesday I have this thing called Unhooked, and what it is basically I go through a bunch of beats, right? And I kind of freestyle, get some vibes and things like that.
Yeah.
And what it is might go do like 7 or 8 beats, right?
Right.
They go, you know what? We like this fucking beat. Let's go with that. What I do then is like, then after that one ends, I go write something, and then the next week we go listen to new beats. They pick a new beat, and then I record. I do the song of the week, which is the beat they picked from last week.
Right.
So basically, every week they come, we chit chat, talk about shit. We pick the beat. I perform a song. Sometimes if I wrote some other shit that I just been working on, I'll perform it too. Show some new shit. So really, it's just like getting people involved into kind of like the creative practice, right? So
Yeah, I love that, man. Going live is. I think in the last year, a lot of people have done it, but the fact of the matter is it's been around for a while. But now it's great to see so many people actually utilizing these apps for really what they're made for, to interact with each other, right?
Yeah. Like, I mean, if I look at Instagram now, like, I don't even look at people's posts. Like, I see, like, my main people, I'm like, whatever. But I'm, like, on here because I'm watching some live, or I'm literally looking at stories and commenting on stuff. Like, the interaction thing.
Absolutely.
It's less save of, like, hitting likes and shit like that. I don't really care about your photo anymore, you know what I mean? I want to see what you're, like, I want to see what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
Since I got friends, you know, like, all over the U.S., you know, I like to still feel connected since we are all in one place anymore, so.
I know, man. How's the last year been for you, man? How was 2020? You make it through?
Yeah, probably the best year of my life. No, just kidding. It was good.
Some people it was.
Yeah, that's true. That's not a bad thing. 2020 was a bitch, but there were a lot of wins in there, so I'm not like mad, if that makes sense.
You released a lot of music.
Yeah, I did. I got to work on, I think, being able to focus in. I was already focused in, I ain't gonna lie. It's not like, oh God, I was able to really go in.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was able to experiment a little bit more. I had so much free time, so it was like, what else is there to do, right? I can sit there and write as many songs as I want. You
Right.
know what I mean? Practice and work on things, research hella shit.
Yep.
It was like you just had a little bit more time to like, you know, go a little bit harder. And then some days you don't do shit because you also need to relax. So it wasn't bad. I'm not mad about it. I miss, as me, I'm an extrovert as fuck, as you know.
Yeah.
I miss going out and just talking and meeting people and things like that. So that sucks.
Yeah.
Like being trapped in a wall, like I've 4 walls around me, I'm like fucking going crazy. Like, for real. That's why like my lives actually were helping me because it was almost like therapy. Because I'm like, oh my God, there's people that can just listen to me just ramble on for hours.
Yeah, dude. Same thing happened for me in 2020. I took the podcast to another level. I was able to focus in, and you know, I really like to do interviews in person. Obviously, it's a little more fun, and it's my thing too, bro. Like, I like to hang out with people and then do the podcast. But now I've interviewed people from all over the world, different time zones, and I've really expanded my footprint, which has been great too. So I feel you on that, bro.
I've been watching your growth even from I remember when you first started it. And I remember you even had like, it was like a small table and you were like sitting across there, like normally a person right there, you had your computer right there. So I even remember that. And then even all the transitions, I remember you first got your backdrop and all that. And you've been interviewing a lot of people. So
Yeah.
it's cool to see. And I see your numbers going up too, which is fantastic. So that's what we always love. We always love seeing that growth.
Dude, you know how it is. It's a long game, and
Bro, I've already been,
it's tough. We both know sometimes it's only you in your corner, and that's when it's like the easiest to say I'm done. Nobody cares anyway, right? But that's when you have to keep going.
You think no one cares anyways, because you feel that like if there's only 5 people watching, it don't mean anything. Like for me, what I really try to focus on now is like these little W's, is what I call them, right? My girl was telling me like, you know, you need to like actually smell the roses, right? Like,
Yeah.
for example, I had a song that just passed 150,000 streams.
Yeah.
For me, I'm so big, I'm like, nah, I'm trying to hit 1 million, like that's
Right.
it. But it's like, no, bro, think about it, you had at least 60 to 70,000 people listening to your music over and over again. Like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to kind of like, all right, maybe the shit I am doing is working. It's just not going at the rate I want, and we're impatient motherfuckers. So
For sure. And I have so many questions for you because, you know, usually I interview people that are DJs and producers released on labels. In my eyes, Fick, why I have so much respect for you is because you're self-made, bro. Like, you put it all out. You create all your content. I guarantee you've hustled all your live shows. Like, I guarantee you're involved in the studio the whole process. And I think that's, like, an extremely admirable thing, man. You're doing everything on your own. You got a manager or any agents or anything?
So really, I saw it's crazy. First time ever, this is kind of crazy. It kind of goes to my backstory. So, like,
Yeah.
I used to always write. Like, I've been writing since high school.
Right.
Never went to, like, a real studio. Yeah, basement studios. Things.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it was good though because my music was shit and I was still trying to get good at shit. But it was never the real deal. Even in IU when I dropped like a little project, which I'll talk about, which is it's funny to look back at. But like still, I was like in someone's basement that was just a student, like learning engineering, you know, at the music school. So
Yeah.
like, it's always been that type of shit. But when I first came to Atlanta, there was a guy from Ficky. His name's Juice, and my sister knew him. And so he was like, yo, come to the studio, whatever. So I booked like, bro, a 12-hour session. I went in there, bang, 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 bang. Like even now I can record a full song completely.
Yeah.
Like an hour. So when I book like a 4-hour session, I knock out like 3 to 4 songs and they're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I knocked out like 10, 12 songs.
Shit.
And so during that session, it's 12 fucking hours. You know what I mean? So it's just me and him when we chill and whatnot. So he's like, yo, let me invite my boy through. And so he invites some people through, and there's a guy there who's my manager now, who basically was like, yo, I see hella potential in this kid, whatever. I've never seen someone like, because he didn't see me at first. He heard my voice.
You grinded though, right?
Yeah, and he was like expecting like a bigger nigga, like some kind of, he almost like a little bit more like when I came out, he was shocked. He was like, wait, that's what was being
Yeah.
So he was sold. He's like, that's something different, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, so we had our conversations. We built a relationship, which is good, which I've had. I mean, we talk all the time. We work on things. So it's a very collaborative effort. It's not
Right.
like it's not like I'm under him or he's under me. Like it's
Team
like we
game.
kinda work together. Yeah. So I kind of have like a big group. I go to my sister. She has creative ideas. I go to my girlfriend Summer. She has like a shit ton of creative ideas. So really, like even with my my process of writing music, what'll happen is I'll find something, I'll write it, and before it even goes to the studio, I'm going to all 4 of them at some point, right?
Wow.
Maybe 3 of them, maybe 2, whatever. Typically, what happens, we have a meeting, and I'll come through and we'll talk about shit, and then I'll like record. I mean, I'll do perform like whatever songs I've been working on, right?
Mhm.
Since they last saw me, and then they'll give their critiques, whatever what they like. Then whatever's approved, we go to the studio because just because it sounds good, like performing, doesn't mean sometimes it's just it doesn't fit right. It's
Right.
weird, but sometimes live can sound better than what's in the studio. So then we go to
True.
the studio, book like a 4-hour session. Shout out to my boy Knox, the like best engineer in Atlanta. He's fire. But,
Yeah.
we go there. I normally rip out like 3 or 4 songs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We review them. We're like, okay, is that good? Okay, boom, and then we put it into the bucket of songs of unreleased shit we have.
Yeah.
When needed, based off what direction we're trying to go.
Okay. That's a good process.
That's basically my process. That's the life of a rapper right there. So
I feel like, and especially over the past like year or so, I mean, you've really, really cleaned up your process, man. Like when I went through your discography and looked at all your old things, and like I remember back in the day, bro, like you've been a hustler since day one, seriously. So like real recognize real on that. And I want to get into your music here, but I want to backtrack because you have a great story. You've been on a long road. For those that don't know, we met in college, and my senior year, we were performing together. I was DJing, you were performing, and those were fun days, man. But, you know, I knew you on a personal level, and I had a lot of admiration for you. But tell me about, like, when music first came into your life, when you first started rapping and writing lyrics.
you know what? It's not like a particular like time I exactly remember, but
Yeah.
I do remember growing up. You know, I really loved like full music. Like music made me feel something. You know what I mean? I'm not a very emotional, well, I guess like empath type of thing. I'm not like real in my feels like that.
Right.
But music can get me like that.
Yeah.
So I used to remember one of the biggest things that really got me into was I used to always, and I still do it to this day, but I'd be in the shower or something, music comes on, I would just beatbox.
Yeah.
I still love beatboxing now, like just kind of freestyling, going with it, and
Uh-huh.
that really got me into it. So that made me love hip hop like crazy.
Right.
And I remember the first album I ever bought. It was in Walmart. It was Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor, which was fire.
Classic.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I didn't even know who he was. I just saw the cover art. And I was like, that looks dope.
Marketing 101.
And I think that kind of led me down like I already been listening to some stuff because my sister, you know, listens to hip hop as well. She's older than me, so I was already kind of involved in it.
Right.
That made me really grow the love of music, and then I felt like into this gospel phase when I was growing up. And boy, that took me to a whole nother level. Like Kirk Franklin, bro, that pushed me to a whole nother level. It's like the music, like not super religious, but just the music itself.
Soulful.
The So that really kind of progressed me. And then, rapping became cool. I started freestyling in high school.
Yeah, this was like 2007 through 2010 type era?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right. So freestyling right around freshman year was like 2008. I'm freestyling a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the first song I ever wrote, I remember, I think it was my junior year. I was in chemistry class. It was the last week of chemistry.
So, Vic, weren't you a science major? Am I remembering that right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was. So, so like it was like the last week, and I already knew I was good at chemistry, so I was like, whatever, right? So I remember one day at class, it was Mac Miller, I think Donald Trump song.
One of the best.
And so I found the instrumental, not because I used to listen to music in school. Like I literally put headphones in and just. Well, you weren't supposed to, right?
Of course, you gotta hide it.
I was a rebel, but I started writing, bro, and I just wrote it like kind of a freestyle. Of course, it was very bar heavy, and I was like, "Yo, that's cool." And so I performed for some people. People liked it. So then I went on like this rampage of just fucking writing. I don't have the papers anymore, but I used to have just papers. I didn't have like the loose leaf that people like.
Yeah.
I literally had printer paper, no lines, and I would just fucking write songs, scratch.
As much room as possible. Yeah, no holes on the side, none of that perforated shit.
No. Right, and my handwriting is ass. So I remember I'd look at it and I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? So it probably wasn't the best approach. Now I do everything in my notes just because it's much faster. But
Sure.
yeah, I kind of did that for a little bit. Started recording some shit on YouTube, which you can still find. You really have to go deep to find it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you find it, good for you. And so that really kind of pushed me to it. Then when I got to college, I kind of took it a little bit more serious.
Right.
The only problem was my skill wasn't going up. It was just my work ethic. You know what I mean? So the type of songs I was making, I look back and I'm like, yeah, that's nowhere.
Did you have any mentors? Like, I mean, you weren't hanging around anybody that was rapping.
No, it was just me, myself, and I, bro.
Right, bro.
I went in there, I bought all this stuff for at IU, my bass. I don't know if you ever. Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, in there I had my studio monitors, I had my MIDI, I had all, computer, everything set up, and that's where I would write.
Right.
And I would go up and perform for my roommates and shit, but what do you think? What's your thoughts on that? You know what I mean? But there was no one, no mentor, no one telling me what's good and what's bad, really.
Right.
And because of that, it was good practice and whatnot, but because of that, skill didn't get to where it was. And I also feel like really my music really started to take it to another level. I was super clever and bar heavy. Like if you think of battle raps and shit like that,
right?
That's how I used to rap.
Right.
Right.
Punchline type stuff, right?
Which is cool, right? But once I came here, it became a little bit more personal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I found out a good mix is you should still tell a story and you sprinkle in some of those bars where you're like, oh fuck.
Right.
Where it sticks up on you're like, god damn. So I think it was more of a change of instead of just rapping cool, rapping clever shit, it was more like I'm rapping about my life and shit. So
right.
That's kind of the transition. And then in there I had these freestyles which kind of blew me up a little bit on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. I remember those.
I used to do those. I think I did those in college, the summer before we come back. But yeah, I dropped a bunch of freestyles. I did freestyles for a long ass time. So it was kind of going for that freestyle mentality. You know what I mean? To nah, let's tell a story. Let's you know what I mean? Because you can even make fun songs, but still kind of themed or you know what I mean? So
yeah, who were you listening to at that point though? Because you went from this freestyle rapper basically, right, to starting to tell a story. I mean, if we could compare it to a rapper, I guess if I just think about it like Slim Shady, right, and Eminem, you start on the street, then you know that I'm good at this, but I have to perfect this craft, but I still want to be who I am and continue to get better and better, right? I mean, who were you thinking? Okay, I need to go this direction.
It was really talks with people around me, but they're kind of like, hey, your music sucks. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, But I did grow up on so that freestyling stuff. I grew up on artists that were Slim Shady, Royce the 5'9",
Oh.
People very lyrical.
Right.
All the people I listened to growing up, hella lyrical. Lupe Fiasco's hella lyrical. Even Wayne, clever shit. I loved his shit. I loved the cleverness.
You like J.Cole too, right?
Yeah, J.Cole, Kendrick,
Of course.
all that shit. That's kind of Big Sean. All of
Right.
But it's someone I know or someone who went through something where then I'm telling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Story a different way.
Somebody's got to tell it.
I could not do that in college. You know what I mean?
No.
I could be a hype man in college.
You're partying.
Right, heavy verse. Huh?
You were partying.
Yeah, way too much. No, just the right amount, actually.
Yeah. I love that though, man. And then you rebranded because you used to be Ficky Fresh. Then you became Ficky. 2017, we see your first release. And before I even talk about this, right now, bro, I want to talk about the end of the story we're at right now. You're sitting at 2020, 200,000 plus streams, 21,000 listeners. You got 12,000 solid Spotify listeners a month. That's why I got respect for you, bro, because those are all real. That's all earned. These are people that come back. These are people that listen in the first place. Hearted. Like, you figured it out. So, mad love, mad respect there, bro. But let's go back to 2017. First single, They Want. Tell me about before this happened, when you rebranded, when you decided this is going to be the first single. What was going on in your life at that point?
Yeah, so it kind of going off of what we said, like that transition from the freestyles to this.
Right.
I felt like, so, side note, people still call me Ficky Fresh. My manager calls me Ficky Fresh.
It's good. I thought it was a good name.
People call me that all the time. But basically, I was like, you know what? I feel like the Fresh, like the Ficky Fresh is almost a little bit corny in a way. Right?
Yeah, sure.
It's not like, as a person, like, I love when people call me Fresh. I'm not gonna lie. But I felt like to transition, I kind of wanted to be a little bit more serious, right?
Yeah.
And so I was just kind of, well, actually, I wasn't even sure what to do. I was like, should I do my real name? I kind of don't like my first name, Justin.
Yeah.
Some people do, whatever. I've heard people say, yo, Justin fixed the fire name. And I'm like, oh, whatever. Ficky's what it is.
Okay.
I went through and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to change it to. And then
Yeah.
one day I was like, fuck it, just drop the Fresh, because people call me Ficky all the time.
Right.
And it's unique. You're like, what the hell is that, right? I literally people are like, what's a Ficky? You know what I mean? So that was, that's kind of how that went through. And then really the Day One was like my first, so remember that session I said where I like ran through and did a whole bunch of songs?
Right.
Day One was from that. And so we put that out. What was actually going to happen was, and again, this was like before my manager became my manager, I was literally going to drop a song a week because everything was ready to go.
Yeah.
Right. Not the right promotion, shit like that. It was a good idea, it didn't. But what happened was I met with one of my producers, a good friend with one of my managers, a good friend with a big producer here in Atlanta that's done for like Migos and stuff like that, big man.
Dope.
So we went over there one late night and he listened to my whole discography. Like I had like 30 songs that hadn't been released. We went through all those motherfuckers.
Damn.
And he was like, no, that's good. Go write 30 more songs. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh. All this work, of course, I've only been to the studio like 3 times by this point.
Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta start all over.
Right.
He was right though. So then I kind of took a hiatus. It's not like a hiatus, but I didn't release anything, and that's because I was working the hell up on all the new shit.
Yep.
So then that's why you see like that Day One 2017, and then I think the next one's Sneakerhead.
Yeah, 2018, right.
Yep. And then also another kind of hiatus because we're working on shit, and then now it's like chapters, Haterade, little bit. Now we're kind of bang.
Bro, and every release you keep getting better and better with the promotion. I really remember Sneakerhead. You like did like a launch for it. Like it wasn't just like, hey, I released a song today. Like you had artwork, presentation, pre-promotion, post-promotion, support. So I could tell like you were stepping your game up, which is a tough thing to do as an artist too, because it's a lot of extra work. We want to just make the music, release the music, dude.
Extra money too.
Yeah, but it's evolve or die these days, right? And I feel like you've learned that probably better than most.
Yeah, I think really the promotion just overall, you always, because there's no handbook. There's nothing like graduating, they say, do this, do that, and you're good. You know what I mean? It's not something that's a little bit more streamlined like other industries.
Right.
So you're just like, fuck, what do I do? So really it's a testing ground. Right?
Yeah, it is.
So it's like, well, let's try this promotion. How does that do? Well, then you see the results, you try something else, and then obviously new technology comes along.
Yep.
Right? And you're like, well, let's do this, let's do that. And then
Yep.
obviously some things you did before now become like bad. For example, playlisting. I don't do playlisting. Why? Because I can't prove if they're real, if there's bots,
Yeah.
people. So like for me on Facebook ads, I go directly to the consumer. They
Okay.
see that shit, they go to it, they like it, boom. So I know it's a real person.
Good advice.
So it's like that. To get from that to that is like it was a lot of headaches and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, totally. That's such a difficult process. And for any artists out there that are gonna hear this, that's probably some of the toughest advice that you need to hear is like real fans over big numbers, because that will eventually come. In my eyes, Fick, I think we live in such a saturated world right now, and especially in the music industry, right? There's millions of rappers, there's millions of producers, there's millions of podcasters.
Surprised my mom's not one, to be honest. I mean, I know some fucking rappers.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Now you know how I feel with the DJs, bro. It's, you came before that shit too, so it's been crazy. But that's the thing, is most people won't last. So if you think about real fans and saturation, who do people trust these days? They don't trust the internet. They don't trust Facebook unless it's targeted like you do, which is very smart. They trust word of mouth from your friends. So if I'm a huge Ficky fan, right? I love all your tracks, but I love Sneakerheads, for example. What is it gonna take for me to share that song with someone that I think is gonna like it, right? And then I'm gonna talk you up, and I'm gonna say, I love this guy. It's awesome. Let's go to his show when he comes in town. Then the hype starts to build. People really trust. We're going back to the 1950s, man. That's what I've been saying. Like,
word of mouth has always been one of the biggest marketing tools. The thing is, you can't really monetize it in a way.
No, you can't.
You can't tell how much of your ad spend or your marketing dollar equates to word of mouth, right?
It's tough.
I can do an ad that's sent to one person, right? And it costs 10 cents to go to that one person.
Right.
One person tells 50 people in the group, and then it's like, well, then how? You know what I mean? So
Totally.
it is what it is. We don't trust a stranger. I'm coming to your screen and being like, for an ad or anything like that, right? And being like, hey, look at me. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Right.
I want to take time out of my day
Yeah.
to invest in you, right? Now, once they hear you and they see you again, they get a little bit more trust. You're like, oh, I've seen you before. You're not a stranger anymore, right? And then if they feel comfortable, they go to someone else that they know. And obviously, if that's someone you know, you already know they're not a stranger. So
Yep.
you're at least going to listen to what they have to say, right?
Yeah, it's sales.
And then exponentially, it just goes like that. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how it's really like a math equation if you think about it.
Yeah, it is.
Look at exponential growth. There's just all that word of mouth, really all your forms of content, wherever the hell it's at, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Places, enough people talk, and it's just like everybody wants to be a part of the in crowd as well. So that
True.
You're like, well, what the fuck? Everyone's talking about Ficky. I want to know who this is, So
Yeah, man, it's so true. It's basically long tail marketing, right? Like if you find your niche audience, and if you start small right at the very end, like it's not as many people, but if I make it specific enough and it makes an impact, then it'll continue to grow and grow and grow. And that's what you're talking about with that exclusivity. People want to get in. They want to know what the hell is going on at the end of this fucking graph, right?
exactly, yeah.
Fucking knowledge bombs right now for the people, bro. I love it, man. I love it. But, so, like you said, 2017, 2018, and 2019, you're grinding. Obviously, we have a little bit of lapse in releases. Still great music, though. I want to talk about this track, Journey Home, because it was the name of your album, right? But it came out in 2019. The wordplay in this one, I could tell, like, you stepped it up.
Yeah, that was so basically, it was funny because I'm a guy where, like, I kind of focus on, like, one or two things at a time.
Yeah.
So when I was transitioning out, I'm like, I'm not doing, like, bar-heavy songs anymore. Like, I need to focus on building this skill because I know that skill's there. And then my sister, manager, and my girl are like, bro, we need just, like, one bar-heavy song. And so I was like, I bet. I just made a song. The funny thing is, I wrote this to another beat, right? And so how this kind of works is sometimes I'll get beats and whatnot. I used to purchase them right away, right? Get them, write to them, record. Wasted a lot of money in essence, right? Because what happens is a lot of that doesn't come out, and then there's money spent that just goes away. So
Right.
what happens is, if I like the beat, I'll write to it, perform it. If it's good, record it, and then if it's good, record it, purchase the beat, right?
Right.
So I did that for a song, and the beat got sold exclusive to someone else, right? So I lost it, bro.
Damn it.
I find a diamond. A needle in a haystack. There we go.
Yeah.
And it actually was 10 times better. The new beat, 10 times better, and it fit just right up.
Sick.
Just tweaking here and there. But I was like, yo, this shit's hard. Like, it was finally like a bar-heavy song that I hadn't done it forever, and I was like, yo, this shit is just like line after line, just fucking clever shit. And
Love it.
But the thing was, though, it's still, like, if you look at it, it still tells. It was like an introductory. Like, if you listen and you read the lyrics, it's literally telling
Yeah, man, it's
or, like,
deep.
where I've been, right? And that's why it's called Journey Home. It was kind of like, let's look back and reflect on, like, what's brought me to the point I'm at now. And
Right.
that's why I also wanted my album like that, because it was my first album, and I kind of wanted it to be an introduction to, like, hey, look at these different parts of me. These are different stories of who I am, and kind of give you, like, you know, because I think, like, home isn't necessarily where, like, you were born or whatnot. Home is, like, what you carry with you, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
where you feel good.
I love that.
Journey home is basically self-reflection. Let's take a journey inside and see who the fuck Ficky is, right? And hopefully other people can kind of feel that in a
Yeah.
way. So.
I love that, man. That's deep. We got somebody asked a question, I think. Wow. Goofy Latina, this is a fan of mine. This is a good question, actually. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now, Ficky?
You know what? Like, for real, it's hard to tell, but my goal is I want to be, like, selling out Madison Square Garden. You know, that's always been a big goal of mine.
Let's go. Wait, why Madison Square? Why New York City? You're from Indiana, bro. You live in Atlanta.
First of all, I'm a diehard New York Knicks fan, so MSG is the place to be. That's actually a phrase. But anyways, so Madison Square Garden though is like it is for everyone is the pinnacle, right? That's the peak. If you can sell that,
True.
That is telling you, right? That means you can do numbers, right? And it's not necessarily numbers. I want to sell out and be like, I've been able to build this fan base that I can share this experience with. You know what I mean? Because I want people to experience the same thing I'm experiencing. If I'm like having fun on stage, I want people in the crowd to be feeling that.
Yeah.
Deep, you know, I want people, because I'm all about that experience. That's what actually, I know I'm kind of getting sidetracked, but that's what I love about EDM, is because the feeling you get is like the experience.
You feel it.
Out of this fucking world.
Yeah,
right?
bro.
And so I kind of want that same thing. Like, you come to a show, I want everyone there to leave and be like they're on high. You know what I mean? Like, they're just gone on cloud nine. So that's always been a big goal of me. I want to be financially stable. How about that?
That's a good answer.
Like, I ain't worried about cash. I don't know a number or whatnot, but I view myself being financially stable, where I can provide for myself, provide for other people, and I'm stress free on that. That's what I see myself. Whatever number that may be, cough 7 digits, let's get 8. I'm chill. You know what I mean? And then what else is honestly, I'm not really big on, like, it's not like I need Grammys or anything like that. I just view myself being happy and successful. That's it. That's
Love
what I
that.
want. This is a passion. Let's make the passion make money so I can live off doing my passion.
Yeah.
That's where I see myself in 5 years. And that's going to be selling out some great shows, you know what I mean? So that's really what I want. I want a hardcore fan base. People that I love, that I support. I love those interactions. I do that even now with my small fan base I have now.
Yeah.
Like, anything that is this times 10, that's where I see myself in 5 years.
That is
Because
great.
at this rate, if I keep, we're not going back. Listen, I'll be broken, homeless before I do anything else. You know what I mean? So, like, this is it or nothing. People talk about plan Bs. I've never been a plan B guy. Like, it's this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a 9 to 5 that supports this, but it is this. It is. I don't want to do anything else. There's, you know, in time things will change, but until I reach that goal of what I just explained, it's like every day this year, bro. So I know that's not as detailed of an answer.
Bro, that was a great answer.
But yeah, we're gonna be living.
See, and that's why I like these Instagram lives, man, because I didn't have that question. Thank you, Goofy Latina, for asking that.
Yeah, that was a great question.
Was a great question. Okay, so Journey Home, great track. Love it, and also it makes sense on the beat now, too. Lotto. I want to talk about this track real quick because in so many famous songs, some of the most famous parts aren't actually, like, lyrics and stuff. If you think about, like, a Hey Jude by the Beatles, na 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 na, and all that sort of shit, right? Like, we could go on and on. When you did A Money, like, dude, can you do it for us really quick? Because it's so sick.
What was that? A money, A.
Yeah, dude, it's just like, I love it. And it's just something that, like, you hadn't done, I don't know, it just seemed like in Lotto you had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, and that's what I tried to do with it. So, big influence, Kanye West. Kanye West is very good. You don't like much person, but musically, very good at
Me neither.
things that are catchy, that are maybe not like, you don't think of
Right.
You know what I mean? Or something that, like, I always try to think that. I'm like, what can be unique that you hear that and you're like, let me go to that.
Right.
You can't, it's hard. It's not an easy thing to do, and you can't always do it in all songs. You know, it's part of the creative process. You got to figure things out.
Yep.
But when you got that one thing, you got to roll with it.
True.
You know what I mean? And so I love, that's the things I love about music. Like, because I think of music in, like, layers. Like, all the sounds, all that shit. Like, I'm really hearing those different aspects of creativity behind it. I, like, almost break the song up. And so things like that are what make me excited about songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, even a catchy bridge, that's really what it is. It's a bridge. That catchy bridge shit and all that. So if we think about it, like, if we look at Cardi B just dropped a song called Up.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And there's a line that goes, broke niggas don't deserve pussy. And then you hear the, like, callback of, like, girls in the back, and they go, you know that's right.
Yeah.
She didn't do it, like, she didn't say that line.
Nope.
That aspect, which is in the pre-hook, that's the shit that gets people back. You know what I mean?
True.
That's that creative shit that's, like, awesome. So, I love that shit. I love shit like that.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. You know what? You got to give credit to Cardi B. I mean, she is just like, she's gone on a tear. You can't hate.
Yeah, she stayed relevant only releasing she released one album 3 years ago, and she's been relevant since. So she knows, that's part of people like her as a person. It doesn't matter what your music is. So there's that duality of it. I want people to enjoy. I want people to like my music first, but I also am such a personality. I want people to come and, you know, fuck with me. You know what I mean? So
Totally.
that's why things like this, lives, all that stuff, like it's all about that personal connection. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean like we have to talk about, you know, necessarily the in and outs of our full day and whatnot, but it's, you know, that ability where you can look at me and see yourself.
Personal brand. That is my number one thing, bro. And that's why I felt like a little hesitant to really be myself over the past couple of years. It's been a growing thing for me. But when we were in college, man, like I wasn't, maybe on the inside and maybe to some people, that wasn't really who I was fully. And over the past couple of years, I've really taken into the fact that you can't be happy until you accept who you are. And I want to be a podcaster, bro. You know what I mean? And like hearing my own voice and people making fun of me for things in my past always got in my way. And I've been the happiest I've ever been, man, since I started doing this. And
that's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear, because it really is, and it's a daily thing. You have to be like,
every day.
who am I? You know what? It's actually, I'm kind of in this kind of thing right now.
Yeah.
Like, I ask myself, what makes me unique? And
right.
that question is so fucking hard, because you have to think, okay, like we all think like we have commonalities with people, and so we have to think like, what about me?
Yep.
Makes me unique, and that's like that self-reflection of like understanding yourself and who you are and what you love.
Yeah.
And it's once you see the growth, or you look back, right? I look back a year, even from today, and I'm like, damn, okay. Like I see some things.
Yeah.
Who I am as a person, you know what I mean? And so it's really kind of just letting that time and just consistently working on yourself that allows you to kind of like naturally build that person.
It's years in the making, though, right? It hasn't just happened over the past year. It takes a year to start making that deal with yourself. I'm going to do me.
Exactly. And it's not an easy thing. You have to, like, you really have to commit to it.
You do have to commit to it.
Yeah, you have to be like, this is me, and this is who I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easier than others. Like, on this live, I'm feeling pretty me. But there's other times where it's like, if there's other big heads in the room or something, it's like, oh, man, you get a little reserved. Like,
right.
Not saying you're not a big head. There's podcast God I'm talking about.
I feel you.
Sometimes you're like, you know, you start to think like, all these people on me, all these eyes.
Put on a mask.
Just fucking be you. You used to see how I used to dress in college. Be me, bro. Like that's what you have to do. You just gotta be like, fuck it. This is who I am. If people accept it or not, you know.
Bro,
that's cool.
And can we just talk about how many great hairstyles you've had, though? I mean, I love this one right now, though. This is probably your best.
Yeah, this is, I wish let me take it back. I love the flat top in college because it got me into a lot of opportunities, right?
Yeah.
It was a statement, and I was confidently rocking it. And I was rocking it in high school, too, so it was like, I was used to that, and I loved that.
Bro, you were the man. You were the man since day one, Fick.
If we're talking aesthetics, though, like, yeah, this is definitely better. Yeah, it does get cut a little bit because quarantine, I don't get as much as I need to.
Bro, it's like Carlito. You remember? Yeah, look at that. Bro, it kind of gives you like a little bit of a Caribbean vibe. Like you look like Carlito. I don't know. He was a WWE wrestler. He was like a pretty boy. I loved it. I think you look great. You look great.
Yeah, I do definitely love it. I got to shout to my girl because when I first came here, I was letting it naturally curl.
Yeah.
It ended up dreadlocking, bro. Naturally, which is what happens. But I didn't I didn't realize it was freaking dreadlocking like crazy. So I started getting like some pretty good dreadlocks. So my girl had to sit me down and like I was like, yo, I need a new hairstyle. And it was one of the most painful things ever. But she had to it spent like 4 hours.
Oh.
Like at my scalp and unpicking the dread. Oh god, painful. I don't recommend dreadlocks to anyone. It was either that or cut it, and I would have cried like a little baby. Cut it. So, but yeah, I like this. I like this hair. I can do things with it. You know, sometimes I'll braid it and things like that. So it's cool. I can't wear hats as much as I'd like, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a hat in itself.
It is, man. I love it. Keep your swag on, bro.
Yeah, always.
So you just mentioned somebody like Cardi B who doesn't really release albums. You came out in 2020. We had Chapters, which, by the way, Chapters and Haterade, bangers. Absolutely. And Chapters is incredible. Haterade, really impressive, but it led up to Journey Home. Why did you decide to release this album, which did have some of your singles on there, but you'd been releasing singles, and then you put out this 8-track album. What led you to that?
Yeah, so it's really about and it was single album and then single.
Oh, okay.
And no, which is fine. Your order is correct. So it was Journey Home last February.
Right.
And then Chapters came out in was it last February? God, I don't even know. It was a while back. And then I dropped single. And that's basically a marketing aspect, right?
Okay.
So really Journey Home was I just kind of want to put a project out and feel complete about something. So
Right.
I was doing some other marketing aspect with it.
Right.
Where I had like this album launch where basically people I get email opt-ins, they'd come into like this ClickFunnels type thing where each day it would give you special content based on the song
Okay.
in the album. Yeah, so I built up a good fan base from that, whatever.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was kind of like I was experimenting with some stuff and this allowed me to do that. But when you talk about like trying to build that longevity, so we think about it because you have to think about it from the platforms you're using, right?
Right.
So with Spotify, there's algorithmic playlists you can land on, right?
Right.
And so you can only have one song on there at a time. So if you drop an 8-song project, right, or even a 4-song, right, the only chance one of those is going to hit like the release radar, then hit like the Discover Weekly, and
The editorial playlist, right? Gotcha.
and they start to build up,
Right.
which I've had done. Another thing is, if you drop 4 songs, you have to think about, in essence, do I want to spread out promotion, right? Do I want to put it all on song 1 and then go 2, 3, 4, or do I want to split evenly against 4?
Right.
You need a little bit more money. So realistically, this is the best way, right? Because albums are great if you have a fan base. No one cares about an album anymore, right?
Yeah.
They get tired of singles when you have only been putting out singles when you're big, right?
Mhm.
They want a project, something they can almost binge, right?
Right.
Because an album will last a little bit longer in most cases.
Right. Good point.
So until I have that, what you have to do is you put a song out, target an audience, build that, boom. It lets Spotify do its thing. Spotify will reward it if it's a good song, right?
Okay.
Drop another song. Once it's kind of fallen off those playlists or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Drop another song. Spotify rewards you for dropping consecutive songs, right? Within like a certain time frame, whatever that builds, you target a new audience, the same audience that liked your previous song, rinse and repeat. And what
Right.
happens is you kind of see like, because you're bringing in new people, you're retargeting the old people. You know what I mean? Spotify's like, oh, people like this song, they're saving it.
Yeah.
And then hopefully what happens is you start to get an ROI on your promotion. You know what I mean? So then now it's just free, right?
Bro, listen to you. This is incredible.
Bro, I've done so. You don't even understand. Like honestly, I could run. If someone was like, "Yo, I want to run Facebook ads for my business," I could run it for them. I could run the whole thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been doing it for like a long time.
It's a great skill.
Yeah, it is. It is cool. It's not the easiest, but I like kind of fuck Facebook, kind of for some other reasons. But like Facebook ads, there's no ad platform on any other social media that can come even close.
Yeah, I agree.
Not even close.
It's insane.
Facebook knocks it out of the park. And now that they own Instagram,
Game over.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of my thought process. It wasn't like, oh, I'm done with albums. It's more like we have to think strategically.
Right.
Being independent, being, lower tier, you have to think what is the best way we can make our money spread to grow, right? Because if I had 100K, shit, I'll drop them out. I can promote everything.
Right.
I can do video for all of them. I can do whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's not a problem, right? So your strategy changes based off the situation, normally financially that you're in, because you have to make your money be most efficient, just like any other business, right?
Yeah. It's all about scaling within, if you just look at it like a graph, right? Like money, like basically product.
Right.
How much money can I put into my product, right? And then
Exactly.
you can only go so high. That is really, really good advice. I'm gonna share that clip, by the way.
Yeah, it's the best. Facebook ads, I'm telling you. I tell my other rapper friends they haven't really gotten on this one, so like.
Well, it's tough. It's tough to figure out. It's a little intimidating, isn't it?
I've done so many courses. I know it now, kind of like the back of my hand a little bit, but like it's not something you just hop in there and go, oh, I got it. Like people will say like, I know we're getting a little off track, but like even if you post something on Instagram and you hit that promote button, that's completely different compared to what you do on the actual Facebook ad platform.
So true.
Actually, if you promote, it's kind of doing a generic like, oh, we'll throw it to whoever. No, if you go on Facebook and actually go to the business manager, you can tell that post to go directly to whomever, whatever you'd like. So
Right.
It's just like the details you have behind it. You can really, because the whole point, like you said, you find that niche, right, to build, right? That's kind of hard, but that's where you do it from. You can tell from the data who fucking likes it or doesn't.
Yeah.
Get rid of people that don't, keep the people that do, and retry again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the best thing about kind of social media nowadays is you can do that. Word of mouth is good, but you can't get that much word of mouth until you start doing shows, which we started to do last year.
Yeah.
Or you get awareness. What's the way to get awareness? The best way to the best people? Facebook ads. Pay me. Sponsorship Facebook. I'm telling you. Zuck, I know you got the cash.
Yeah, Zuck. He's one of the people watching right now. I love it, bro. I want to ask about one track that I love the most off the album, Illuminati. I think it got the most streams. Why do you think this one's done so well? What went into this track? What makes it so special?
So a lot of my favorite music is kind of upbeat, kind of bouncy, talking my shit type of stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You know?
Yeah.
I think it's like, fuck no, this ain't a hobby.
Yeah.
Running this bitch, I'm never jogging. You know?
Yeah.
So it's really like me just talking. Like people love that shit.
I loved it.
Yeah. So like it was weird. I come with ideas for these songs. Like creativity comes like randomly. I was in the gym and I was just listening. Sometimes I'll be in the gym and just listen to beats. And I just like heard this shit and I'll just go over like things in my head and that came out of mind. I was like, yo, that just feels too catchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause at the end of the day, I want my shit to be catchy.
Right.
If I go back to my process, if the hook is not good, doesn't matter. I don't care. I'll throw it away. I don't give a fuck. If they don't like the hook, unless you're telling some compelling story, right?
Yeah.
That's different, right?
Yeah.
J.Cole recently may not need a big hook if he's like telling some real shit.
Yep.
That's fine. But from my perspective and my music, I'm less of like that deep intellectual thought storytelling. I'm more of like, I think of my music like day party music, right?
Yeah.
Right? You can still have some personal stuff in there, which is like chapters and things like that.
Yeah.
It's like if you're having a pool party, whatever you turn it, right? It can be club, it can be more that like just fun kind of chill type stuff.
Yeah.
That's what like my vibe is. So for that, I want shit catchy. I imagine I'm at the fucking pool with a drink in my hand. I'm just, all I do is the lyrics to the hook of a song, right? And obviously, that gets them in, and then if you like the artist, you actually hear what they're fucking saying. You're like, oh, I kind of relate to that, and things like that. So I just felt like that hook was super catchy.
It is.
And so I run with it. So
Bro, you got my fucking brain moving right now. I could easily take some of your rap tracks, process those, dub them, or keep it fresh and have you do something new. Fresh, I said it. Sorry, Ficky Fresh.
no, it's all good, bro.
Have you thought about going into other genres, like to collaborate? Like, you haven't done any collaborations, have you?
No, I haven't. I'm open to it, but there's my main goal when I first came here was like, yo, let's perfect yours first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, last year my goal was collaboration. That was the goal.
Mhm.
Like before COVID, me and my girl and then manager talking about like this year, let's do some collaboration.
Definitely.
COVID happened, things kind of
Not possible.
right, hard to do.
Yeah.
So so that kind of went away. We're
Okay.
So I am collaboration. If I fuck with a person, I'm like, yo, we vibe, we'll do it. But I'm also, man, like I now view my skill as like, nothing's free. So
Fair.
a lot of people will want to collab, and if I don't know them like that, I send them my price. They're like, well, they don't. So you don't get, like, for me, I'm not just collabing to collab.
Yeah.
I'm collabing with someone who fits my artistic style.
Yep.
That fan base I can grow from, and then hopefully I also fuck with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not as easy. I see people collaborating all the time, and it's just like, well, and for me, if I'm collaborating, like, all of my art has my name attached to it, right? So I want it to be used in the best way possible.
Okay.
So it's not as easy as just being like, well, let me just collab here, let me just collab here, let me collab here. No, I want like a full collaboration. I want to actually work with the person. I want the person's music that I view as good as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, a main thing is promotion too, because I'm not gonna work with someone if they're not also gonna promote. Because then what that essence means is like I'm putting you onto my song, and then I'm doing promotion. So in essence, you're winning.
Yeah.
Not only you're winning, but you're benefiting, and it's just another song for me.
Love
It's
it.
a collaboration. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really, you have to kind of, it's really, if I'm collaborating, I want this.
It's a good headspace.
And yeah, it's got to be kind of an equal thing. And it's not, there's people out there that I can do this with, and I've been working with, but it just hasn't been out yet.
Yeah, no, honestly, I asked that question to a lot of different type of artists, and you gave probably the most real artist response, which is like, I've got my craft, I want to perfect it. I'm more than happy to collaborate with people if it fits the vibe, but I don't want to have to feel like I need to use someone to grow my following or grow my brand when it's about the music to me first, right?
Right. And I'm for like growing, and that's good. It's just got to be, it's just like honestly, like there are the two aspects when it comes to music. There is the music, the art, the creativity, the passion, right?
Right.
I've got that. I'm not like worried about it. There's also the business side. You have to make sure you run it just like it's any other business.
Yeah.
No other business. Nike's not just going to collaborate with whoever. They're collaborating with someone where they know they can get that audience that fucks with that. They also agree that business that they're collaborating with has some of the same ideals or visions
Yeah.
that Nike has. So why? So what is it different from here?
Mm-hmm.
Ficky. As soon as I work with that, Ficky is on that, right?
Right.
So I have to be happy that it's on that. So that's kind of, it's just like anything else. You know what I mean? You got to vet. You kind of got to make sure everything aligns, and that moving forward, it also works as well. So that's it. It's not.
Love it.
I'm picky. I'm picky with my beats. I'm picky with who I work with. I'm with that, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I feel like you should do what you like, what you know is right, and then do that. You also don't put yourself in as bad situations. Now, is that I may be missing out on some opportunities here and there? Yeah, but that's part of the balance. You just have to figure out.
For sure.
Right. So
I love that, man.
Again, no fucking manual for this. I would love one. So people out there with great advice, but there's no manual on it. So you kind of just have to play with how you feel.
Yeah. So true, bro. So true. So I got a few questions left, but I want to ask you real quick, your most recent track, a little bit. This line right here, life's a bitch and she ain't got no sex appeal. Is this your tone for 2021, bro?
Yes, it is, bro.
Yo, that type of shit, I love that.
Yeah, that's the shit I fuck with too, man.
Yeah.
Like, you just drop that one in there, you're like, oh.
That's a Travis Scott line or some shit, man. I was like, damn.
Yeah. So
Sick.
So again, that comes back from just like how I've always been. I've always kind of thought of things like that. I always try to drop those in there. Even back to like day one, there was a line that people used to always fuck with. It was like, I'm not broke, I'm just living pre-rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love dropping those clever shit. Like, damn. But also it being about, like, because that line also fills in with what the song is.
Yeah.
It's literally about like, yo, life is a bitch sometimes. It fucking sucks. So you have to live it up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so it's still back in the day. I would just drop those kind of clever lines and wouldn't tell a story. So now you can see it's like, no, that fits right into the thing. But yeah, that's the shit that gets me hype as fuck. When I write that shit, I get done. I'm like, goddamn, I'm a fucking genius. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I be feeling on cloud 9 after that shit. But
Dude,
yeah, I love that.
you're a legend for that, man.
I appreciate it.
So, something you've actually explained a lot throughout this conversation is your branding and promotion. There's a lot of self-made artists out there that think they need management, that think they need help. At what point, obviously, you talked about your story with management. You know a lot of the rappers, you know a lot of the musicians out there. Do you think there's a level you need to be at? How long can you do this on your own?
You know what? 9 to 5 because you're gonna need something to supplement, right?
Right.
You have to have income coming in to go out, right? So you're gonna be putting shit in, and you're not gonna get an ROI, a positive ROI,
Right.
Right. So I don't think there is a specific thing. I really think it's just you kind of scoping out the situation training. For example, my manager, I wasn't looking for one.
Right.
One kind of fell based off opportunity, right? Then we played out. Do I see if that relationship? I built a relationship with them first, and then it was like, oh, now you can be my manager. Now we have a relationship. It's not like, we can do business, we can not, right? So there's no right time or wrong time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you have enough income coming in, you can start way earlier than what I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really, I think people chase labels and things like that. It's not really about, because at the end of the day, this is how I think about it, right? When you think about loans and shit like that, for a label, that's a loan you're going to be getting, you have to pay them back. I'd rather have a loan to myself until I build enough leverage to where I can go to the label and say, I don't need that loan, or I don't need as much. This is what I need, and then it's more collaborative effort, right? So again, I can't sit here and be like, well, that's right, that's wrong. I can't, you know what I mean? Because my situation is completely different.
Yeah.
Than someone else's over there. You just have to kind of be smart, make sure you don't get fucked over by people, because they'll do that in the industry, and kind of just play it day by day and figure out what works and what doesn't. If it doesn't work, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's also easy, right?
Yeah.
If it doesn't fucking work, you probably should stop doing it and then try something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Like, I feel like I hit 9 no's before I find a yes. You know what I mean? It's like, that didn't work. Fuck. Like, even with my songs, I used to be so like, I'd write a song and be like, this is it.
This is it, yeah.
And now I'm like, fuck it. Like, I still feel like when I perform and they don't like it, because I fall in love with all my songs, like most of them, like 95%.
Yeah.
So even if it doesn't make the cut, like, I'm like, damn, because I fucking loved it. But I'm also not like, I've gotten to a point now, I'm like, okay, whatever, it was good practice. On to the next one.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So many no's. You're going to get a yes at some point. So it's just kind of playing it, it's such a testing ground. And that's the hardest thing I feel like for people, is because you have to throw money all these different places. You have to do all these different efforts in different ways. And you don't necessarily see results as easily as you want.
Yeah.
And that can be fucking detrimental. I mean, it gets on your mental. You're like, fuck. You know what I mean? So the first thing is always say, do you have a passion? If you have a passion, it's going to make it 10 times easier. It doesn't mean that there won't be days you wake up and you aren't going to be like, fuck this, I want to quit.
Yeah.
Because there's days I've woken up and like, fuck this sucks, right?
Yeah.
But if you have a passion, those days, the days like that, the occurrence is way smaller. For me, that may happen once a year.
Yeah.
Right? Back in college happened way more, but my passion grew once I left college. So obviously now I wake up and I'm like, this is my life. This is who I am. You vision yourself as that's who you are, then you're going to see no fucking other way, bro.
This is inspiring, bro. What the fuck?
You got nothing, there's nothing else. There really isn't. Like, this is who I am. And so if that's the case, if the days are bad, you're like, fuck it, what else am I going to do?
And how much better does it feel when you were the one who helped you succeed? When you were the one who got you over the goal line? When you were the one who wasn't with me shooting in the gym? Can I say it?
Yeah. I mean, it feels amazing. You know what I mean? Now, I will have to say, I would not be here today if it wasn't for people like my manager, my sister.
But
my
he
girlfriend.
saw you, right? Like you said, you didn't go looking, so that's the thing, too.
Right. I attracted these people. My sister's my sister, right? But I attracted the other two in, right? And that's because of who I am, right?
Yeah.
But you have to have a team. If you're going to be independent, you have to, in anything, you have to have a team. Because at the end of the day, it's not that you aren't skilled enough to do A, B, C, D, E, or F. It's like you only have so much time in the day, and you're going to burn your fucking shit out. And then when you burn out, it's going to show in all these different areas that your effort wasn't the best because you're pulling it from different things. So, for example, people always be like, do you produce beats? And I'm like, no. Could I? You have the ear for it? Possibly.
Yeah.
But how about I really work on this? Because if I have to now do that, and that's a whole nother skill, which takes 8 to 10 years, you know what I mean, depending on the time.
Yeah.
It's like I'm taking, always view life like this. I have 100% right at the top, a pie, whatever you want to view, whatever graph you want. It can only go to certain things. At some point, that reaches 0. I'm done. And so what happens is there's other things that don't get anything. And then also some of your main priorities may not get as much percentage So
Yeah.
for me, what happens is you have to regulate. Regulate? Is that the word? Yeah. Because I'm a boss.
It sounded good in the sentence, yep.
But basically, it's like, well, if I know someone can do this, I'll let them do that. If someone can do this, I'll let them do that. That's also hard because this is your art, whatever. As us as artists, sometimes you're like, this is mine. And you have to give up creative control and shit like that.
So true,
that
man.
is what's helped. You know what I mean? I still do majority of my shit because I spent time learning the knowledge. But like when it comes to like getting content for my Instagram and shit like that, my girlfriend handles all. She says, "Hey, let's do this. We fucking do it." You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I can just work on the music and being myself.
I love that, man. And that's the thing, too. Like, when you think about getting other people to help you, the music industry is an economy. And we have to help give back to it, right? Like, if you do it all on your own, yeah, it's like great learning experience and stuff, but there are people who are better at it that want to help you. And, like, that's why I think it's important. Dude, I've had a day job this whole fucking time, bro. So I feel you.
Like, man, we think we can do everything, you know what I mean? So we try to do everything. And it's like, you can, but it's, we're not multitaskers. We're not fucking good at it's been proven. Science shows it. So it's like you have to give up some of that and work on the stuff you're good at. Or work on the stuff you're bad at so that you can get good at that, right?
Yep.
And then maybe you can pass something else on. Again, no fucking rule book, but it's just kind of figuring shit out. You know what I mean?
I love that, man.
The more people can help, because again, you have to think as a business. What business has one person running it? One?
None.
Even a startup, you barely see startups with one person.
Yeah. That's a great comparison.
If I want to get to the level of Drake, you know what Drake has on his team?
Probably 50 people.
Bro, Drake has to write. He even has writers. Like, Drake, all he's been able to have other members do, which is fine, that's their job, makes it much easier for Drake to make fucking bangers.
Yeah, absolutely.
So why would you think the same way? Obviously, you can't get as many as that, but it's when the opportunity arises, you need to be open to be like, yo, let me grow with them. Let them take this on. You know, whatever it may be. Even
Yeah.
if it may not be the best quality yet, bro, if you can grow with someone, even for free, you know what I mean? Y'all build a real relationship, boom, like,
That's it.
that's all it is. So,
And that's when it's fun. That's when it's fun, man. When you're in the room with the people you love and you're surrounded by good energy, everybody that wants to help each other. This has been real inspiring shit tonight, bro. I love it.
hey, that's what I'm here for.
Dude, so what's going on with you the rest of the year? When's the next track? What can we expect?
So a little bit just dropped. So
Yep.
we're gonna promote that probably for like 2 months, my guess. And
Okay.
then drop another. To be honest with you, I don't know if that song.
How many you got in the piggy bank then? 100? Probably.
So I have track of every full song I've written. I have all the notes and I keep a track of like the songs. I think I'm at like starting all the way back even before day one. I think I'm at like 150 or something like that. So ones that are like at the level of quality now that are ready to go, probably like 50, right? Or no, probably like 40 or so.
Yeah.
Because also remember, I'm writing new songs every week for my life.
Yeah,
So
man.
this just keeps growing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we go to the studio, we record it, and then now it's like, for example, I have a playlist just for me. It's all my roughs. I be listening to all the time. There's I'm telling you, some crazy shit on there, but we're just waiting for the right time to drop. But yeah, I've got plenty. Not having music is not what I.
Yeah, no, that's not your thing. Bro, you gotta drop like a Dat Piff mixtape. You remember that back in the day?
Yeah, bro, that's where I dropped my mixtape back in college.
Yes!
Yeah. So for my Unhooked, I've actually had people ask, like, yo, just drop an Unhooked project. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I might. So it's funny, Haterade was actually created from Unhooked. They picked that beat one week. It was like maybe my week 6 or 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I wrote that shit, came back, fire. They kind of forgot about it because that's what happens. You know, it's on live, so like you can get it, right?
Right.
And then I took it to the studio and we killed that shit. So
Dude, that's awesome.
Unhooked's been fantastic. So it's helping me write like fires, you know, keep making new shit and be creative. Because also with Unhooked, which is cool, is that sometimes I don't take the songs as serious. Like not that I don't put my full effort in, but it's like if it doesn't work, it was for Unhooked and it was practice. But with that, I'm allowing myself to break down barriers.
Yeah.
And be a little more creative. You know
Right.
what I mean? Compared to when a big producer sends me something, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta kill this shit.
You overthink it almost.
Yeah, you're like, oh fuck, what is this You know what I mean? Compared to this, I'm just like, fuck it, what am I feeling? You know what I mean?
Right.
It'd be crazy. And then the inspiration I've been getting is from all different types. Sometimes I'll look up some poems, right? And I'll find like one line in there, write a whole song. Because really all I need is one line, because I can really, it's just like one thing. I'm like, that's the thing. We can ride with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes it's hearing what people say. So like Haterade, no, not Haterade, a little bit. It was my sister actually said the chorus, like, it was just a regular conversation one day. Like we were chilling with some people. She's like, sometimes you gotta smoke a little bit and drink a little bit.
Yeah.
I literally said, hold that shit. Went into my room, locked myself in my room for like 2 to 3 hours, wrote that song. You know what I mean?
It's good. It's relatable. Yeah.
It's like, it's that crazy shit. That's what I like. And that's the hard part, because sometimes you have creative blocks, but you have to really go out there. Like my process of writing is much different from other people. Some people go to the studio and do it. I sit there and it's almost like I'm writing a paper. I'm like, what the fuck am I even gonna write about?
Right.
Sometimes I'll do some fucking research. I'll find shit on Twitter and I'm like, that's kind of cool. And once I have that, I'll fucking just go, because I'm always about. There's this book that's great called Great Artists Steal, I think, right? I'm all about that because it's
Yeah, nothing is original.
Oh, it isn't.
Bro, I got it right here in front of me. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah.
Because you can say something fire, like on this live, and that line could be something that other people all think.
Nothing comes from nothing. It comes from this and that, and you make it your own. That's life.
Make something new. So that's what I do. I may not take it word for word, but I'll take it and I'll put my spin on it, and we'll fucking ride with it. So that part is really fucking fun. Really fucking fun. So
I love it, man. I love it. Bro, it's been so much fun catching up with you. I just want to say again how much mad love and respect I got for you and the grind. And, like, the hip-hop scene in Atlanta is world-renowned. So the fact that you're trying to make it there, like, I'm in Chicago trying to make it as a house DJ in the house capital of the world. You're in Atlanta trying to make it as a rapper in the hip-hop capital of the world. So I see you, bro.
the good thing is we are in the places of the most opportunity.
Right at the epicenter, baby.
There's a lot of saturation, but I believe if your skill's good enough, sooner or later someone's gonna fucking find you.
And you know what? In the heart of the saturation means that there's that more talented people. So I've chosen collaboration over competition, and that's what the podcast has given me, the ability to network, to hang out, to develop new friendship, bro. Like, some of the people we were frat brothers with, I ain't talked to them in years, and I couldn't be happier about that because I've replaced them with people who love music. And that's what life is all about to me, man. Like, just...
I feel that. I mean, it's always about, because I think with college, you're brought into an area, those are the people of your environment. Once you move to a new environment, just like we went from high school to college,
way different.
People, because you start to learn more about yourself, you're in a new environment, you're
Yep.
around new people, so like, I'm all for it. You can find people that are just as passionate about you, or just fuck with you on things you fuck with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it makes the process easier and more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you don't feel like you're alone. Nobody wants to be alone. When they go independent, that's why I'm like, find a team, whatever. Because like, when you're down and out, sometimes my manager will call me and I'll be like, bro, I feel like shit. I don't feel so confident about shit. And he'll be like, bro, you just dropped some fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're good. So
Right.
Like, that's what you have to have. And it doesn't have to be a manager. It can be a friend. It can be anything. You got to really allow those people to come to you and whatnot. That law of attraction in essence, right? If you
Yeah.
You aren't really science man, but like what am I looking for? That aspect is still real. Like,
Right.
bring in like-minded people with you that won't be yes men. You don't want yes men, but people that like enjoy what you fucking do and you enjoy them as well.
Yeah.
Relationships, because life's all about relationships.
Fact, man. Fact. Like, you need people in your corner. It's plain and simple.
100%.
And you got to be in their corner too. That's kind of the thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a relationship. You just, and again, if you go to the businesses have good relationships. Like, that's how a collaboration works. So life is all about relationships, bro. I looked at it and I'm like, damn, really, like, getting most of these jobs, relationships. I got a promotion because people fucking like me, not because I'm the most skilled.
Yeah, that's the truth. I love that though. Good for you.
It's people get jobs because they know people, they trust. Yeah, word of mouth, that's relationships. All of it is fucking relationships.
Yeah.
And you trying to create your best relationships for different aspects of your life. Once you do that, people fucking rock with you, people believe in you, and you're good to go. You know what I mean?
Life's about relationships, man. That's the essence of this conversation, Ficky.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I found that shit. I was like, God damn, I would have probably did a lot of shit different earlier on. But you know what? It is what it is. You know what I mean?
But I'm glad that you were able to share your story today, man. And for anybody that watches this afterwards, I hope that they got something from this. There's a lot of great advice in there. You don't have to be, even people in the music industry, to basically have a profound impact on what you just said, bro. I'm inspired right now. I'm gonna go do something that's gonna help my future right now. Yeah, I got you going, bro. Dude. This has been so much fun. I mean. Dude, I'm a preacher too, bro. It's been awesome connecting with you again, and yeah, dude. Of course, when things calm down, I got some good friends that actually just moved to Atlanta, so I'll be down there sometime. And if you're ever in Chicago, you know who to hit up, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to definitely travel more, so especially now I know that there was a time when we couldn't travel. You know what I mean? So
hopefully we're on the other side of this thing, my man. But stay safe out there, and thank you again for coming on. This has been a blast. Thanks to everybody that's been watching.
Anytime you need me for anything, just let me know, bro.
I'm gonna hit you up, bro. I got some ideas cooking after this conversation, for real.
Bet.
All right, Ficky. Have a good one, bro. Great to see you. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Peace, homie.
Peace.
Hey, what's up? And thanks for watching that video. You looking for more content now? I got your back. Go to my YouTube channel right now, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn on all notifications so you never miss any upcoming exclusive artist interviews, Sherman the Booth clips, new music, live sets, and more. This is your one-stop shop for everything electronic music. Cheers.